Hello everyone, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Maui. I'm in Kaanapali. It is April 21st, 2015, 8:35 in the morning. Got some outriggers behind me. In the very background, there's Lanai. Hey, we're talking about the problems with discounting jobs and the problems with discounting. And one of the biggest things is you're reducing gross revenue. And one of the things that happens is you have to understand that as a salesperson, when you start decreasing, that's less profit for the company. When you decrease the amount of the job sold, it decreases the profit. And you know, it doesn't always hurt today. It doesn't always hurt today. But if you expand what you've done across the year, it does hurt at the end of the year. And if you have a whole sales force that works with you, the more that you discount, the more that hurts at the end of the year. Now, hopefully whatever you're doing or whatever industry you're in, you've worked an arrangement that, you know, if you don't discount, that you get like a bonus or something, or some sort of structure by keeping profits at a certain level, or maybe that's the way that your job is based, okay? But whatever you're doing, just figure that anytime that you're taking out gross revenue, you're hurting the company, it's hurting the process, and that's later money that could be used to keep the doors open. Now, you know, business as it is today, a lot of companies have to run really lean because they don't know how to operate. And you know, there's a lot of companies out there that you think are doing well, but if you were able to take a look at their books, they're not, and it creates a challenge. And so salespeople just think sometimes that there's like an infinite form of a bank account where they can just keep pulling from, and it's not the case. And a lot of times where like I see people really screw up is the biggest problems with most deals that have like the biggest discounts are usually the ones that suck the most revenue from a company because they took too much time and the people didn't understand what needed to be done. Now, I got to share something. I do a lot of work in home services, and a lot of times guys will just like sell a job to get a job, and then they sit down and they figure out what the revenue was from the job, or they do some sort of accounting and they find out that they actually lost money on the deal in order for the guy to make the sale. And the guy just thinks that whoever sold it, there was plenty of money in the job, but in the reality, by the time that you figure out overhead and expenses and everything else that goes along with it, there wasn't anything there. So the more that's taken out of gross revenue, the more problems there is, the more challenges a company has. It's not a good thing. It creates challenges, it creates pain, and it may not hurt today, it'll hurt tomorrow, okay? So keep and pay attention to what you're doing with discounting. Yes, I do understand. Sometimes it does take a discount to sell a job, but remember, discounting leads to more discounting, which can lead to struggles and problems. Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that'd be fantastic. To the right or to the left, there is a subscribe button. Subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Scott Sylvan Bell, coming to you live from Kaanapali, Maui. Only Scott Bell is Seminole. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.